right, everybody. Well, it's time to get started. So for those that are unaware, Hugo and I are up doing a little road trip in Minnesota to meet with some community members. And so we decided to do the community call live. So we've got a few people in the room here. So we're going to pull a Microsoft Power Platform conference, and together we're going to start the meeting off. So ready? Live from the Microsoft Technology Center in Minnesota. This is the Microsoft Power Platform community call. Thank you all for joining. This is November 2022, November 16th. We're officially halfway through November. How did that happen? It is crazy. The time is just flying by. Speaking of time, this call is going to be fantastic. Let's talk about the agenda. We're going to get the latest updates and news on Power Platform. Then Todd Baginski is going to share with us a monthly community tip. We're going to get a group picture time together with Together Mode. And we have four all-stars of the day. Heidi Jordan is going to cover approval scenarios with Power Automate. Wes Preston is going to talk about direct action buttons for M365 with Power Apps. And then Daniel and Manuela are going to cover the Power Platform communication site template. So we have tons of goodness to share and talk about today. Now you may wonder, hey, how can I present on this call? You all have an opportunity to request to present on this call. We welcome everyone to present a demo or a sample on this Power Platform community call. It is your call. So everyone is welcome. We've even made it easy for you, aka.ms/PPCC demo request. Now, if you filled out a form and haven't heard back, sometimes those emails get thrown into spam that we send back to you using Power Automate, in fact, to catch up and sync up with you to find out what you'd like. So if you have not heard back from us and you would like to present, don't hesitate to reach out to myself, Hugo, or April, and we can absolutely get you in the rotation to present on this call. Everyone is welcome, so we no doubt want to see everything that you've got to share. Speaking of samples, let's talk about Power Platform samples, and April Dunham will help us with that.
Thanks, David. So we have our Power Platform samples repository at aka.ms/Power Platform samples. We welcome all of your sample contributions there, whether it's Power Apps, Power Automate, Power BI, Power Virtual Agents, Power Pages, of course, and all of that. So if you have anything to share, share it out there. All those roll up to the adoption.microsoft.com site as well, and you get this really cool profile page for any sample that you share where you can point people to and say, look at all the contributions I've made, which is one of my favorite features of all of this. And if you're not sure where to get started or how to share some of these samples that you might have built, we have a Sharing is Caring session on November 28th. So right weafter the U.S. Thanksgiving holiday here, you can be full of turkey and ready to learn how to make your contributions there. So join us for that as well. And we'll get you started and show how to use GitHub and start sharing your contributions. Back to you, David.
Awesome. Thank you, April. And we're moving in the dynamic Daniel Laskowitz to help out with those samples as well. So a huge shout out to him for helping process those for the community. So thank you, Daniel. Now, April had mentioned Sharing is Caring. This is a program that is made for you by the community. It provides hands-on guidance. And what does that mean? It means that we're going to get in calls together and show you how to perform a number of these topics and opportunities. So, for example, November 28th is the Power Platform Contributor Sharing is Caring session. That means that we're all going to join a call together. We're going to walk you through how to submit your sample via GitHub live in a call, but it's a safe space. That means it's not recorded, and you're absolutely welcome to ask any all questions without fearful of, is this the wrong question? Should everybody know this? I don't want it to be recorded. We want to empower you to ensure that you feel like this is your community and you have an opportunity to contribute. So don't hesitate. We're getting that Sharing is Caring session on November 28th. We've got writing for the web, community content docs, first-time contributor, and using PNP SPFX samples coming up in January, along with the long-awaited Power Pages two-part session by Hugo. And I see him smiling there, so he knows that it's coming soon. He's super, super excited. He's trying to contain his excitement. So be on the lookout for that. Absolutely free to join. There is no cost, and we are there to help you. And once you do contribute, we want to officially recognize all the amazing work that you're doing. And we're going to do that with the Community Recognition Program. So this is powered by Credly. Yes, that same Credly that provides you those badges when you get certified, the exact same process. In fact, your community recognition badges will sit right alongside those. It's very, very valuable because it allows you to show your management, show your clients that you're making a difference in the community in a formal and official way. You can share them on Twitter, associate them to your LinkedIn profile, put them on the fridge. I know I do. I'll make up little t-shirts with my face on it. That's awesome. So don't hesitate to sign up. We do need you to opt in, aka.ms/community-recognition. And you know what? It's November, December, the season of giving. We are starting a special badge campaign for this month and next month. Yes, the season of getting. GITTING. If you make a single contribution over the next month or two in November or December, you're going to get this special one-time badge that's available only during these months. So we love these fun little programs. We did it for Hacktoberfest, and so we absolutely want to continue these. If you like them, let us know. We're wanting to do more of these kinds of opportunities for you to get recognized in a fun and official formal way. So sign up aka.ms/community recognition. If you've done a submission and you haven't gotten your badge, again, reach out to us. Sometimes those things get lost in spam or the emails that get sent out, so we can make sure that we've aligned your GitHub account to your Credly account. So don't hesitate. Again, no cost whatsoever for that. All right, let's talk about some Power Platform community shows and events, and we'll go back to April Dunham to talk about her amazing Low Code Revolution show. The most recent Low Code Revolution show with Julia Casper and Audrey Gordon. You get a double dose. This is a double feature. So enable real-time notifications in Power Apps with Signal R, Azure Functions, and PCF with Julia Casper. And then why SharePoint experts are using Dataverse. I love the better together scenario there, the crossover, because in real life, we use all these technologies together. So it's great to see how and ways in which the Power Platform and the M365 community is working together to see how you can make the best use of your technology stack. So check that out at aka.ms/low code revolution guest if you would like to be a guest. And then you can also see the new episodes at aka.ms/low code revolution show. So those two URLs will provide you access to being on the show and watching the show. So we love it. One other event that's coming up next year, we're all excited, hot off the Microsoft Power Platform Conference in Orlando. Well, got another one coming up in Europe, June 20 to the 22nd of 23. And you can still submit to speak for this, sharepointeurope.com/submit-to-speak-EPPC. Just rolls off the tongue. Closes on the 14th of December. So make sure you get those in. It is absolutely open to the community. And we'll be excited to see you there. We are so excited about this and all the other events that are coming up next year. So don't hesitate to submit to speak, because it's all about the community. Now, let's talk about the monthly community tip with Todd. Take it away.
All right. Thanks, David. Great to be here as always. I love sharing the community tip every month. And this month in the community quick tip segment, I'm excited to share a tip from Greg Garcia. The tip is how to embed a Power App inside a Power App. And so this is a real world requirement that I have seen happen lately. So I thought I would share it with everybody. So in essence, this is how it breaks down. You have a hosting Power App here, like the one I have in blue. Inside of that, you put in a PCF control, like the one Greg created that I'll show you in a second. He created this one as a React virtual component, the new way to make the control. Inside of that PCF control, as you can see, there's an iframe. And that iframe has the URL where you can see the parameters of the app ID, and then you can pass in parameters, as you may be aware, into Power App. So then your embedded Power App sits within inside that control, and this allows you to pass parameters from the host Power App to the embedded Power App, just like that. So how do you add this PCF control? Well, you go into Power Apps after you've installed the control, you go into Code Components, put it on your screen, resize it to the size that you like, and then after you get it to that size that you like, all you have to do is put in the URL into the SRC property, and there's your web page. So here you can see a sample SharePoint Online web page. Notice that full screen property, that full screen button property on the right there. I'll show you that in a second. So now I'm going to actually demo for this for you very quickly. First, I'd like to show you that I have a solution with both the host app and the guest app, just like in my diagram. This is what the guest app looks like. You can see it's clearly identified as the guest app at the top. When you click on any account here in the guest app, it pops up and shows you this is the ID in red associated with this account. The other information shows you how you would generate a deep link to this particular page in this guest app. So let's see that in action now. I'm going to head back over to the host app here. Here's my host app, and I'm going to refresh the page and show you how it loads. By default, at the top of the host app that Greg created here, it shows you what is being passed into the iframe. The iframe is this section we see right here with my mouse moving around it. If you click the full screen button, it will take that iframe out to full screen with a nice little animation, and then you can close it back in. So let's look at that integration now where I pass a parameter in. Here I could pick the guest app, and you'll see here's that same one I loaded before. Now we know that we saw what the deep link could look like that from outside to take us right to when I click on this. So here I will click on this one and I'll provide that same link by passing in that account ID. Now we can see the guest app has been able to react to that deep link and render that screen right here with the details. I know I don't have a ton of time to show this and you may have some more questions about it, and that's great if you do. I hope that you'll find this useful. And here's where you can go learn more about it. You can go to the PCF gallery, which we've probably been to before if you're familiar with Power Apps, and find Greg's iframe virtual PCF component there. And you can also find it in his GitHub repo where he has step-by-step instructions that tell you how to install it and use it in your Power Apps. So thanks for sharing this awesome tip and component with the community, Greg. We all appreciate it. If anybody else has a cool Power App tip or anything Power Platform related, please send in your community quick tip at the aka.ms/ppcc demo request. Thanks, everybody, and I will see you next time. Back to you, Dave.
Awesome. Thank you, Todd. That's like Appception. So very, very cool. And thank you for those that have been submitting those quick tips. Really appreciate it. All right. Well, what time is it? Picture time. So turn on those cameras if you'd like to share with the community those fantastic faces of everyone in the community. And I will move this over so we can all see everything and we'll capture it in the video. Excellent. All right. Filling in nicely. A couple more seats if everyone wants to turn on. All right, there we go. Okay, all right, everybody, let's wave at the camera. Great to see everyone in person and online. You all are amazing. Thank you for sharing that. And let's get back to our, I do get my screen over to move. Okay, awesome. Now let's move into our presentations of the day. So we want to thank our presenters today, Heidi, Wes, Daniel, and Manuela, for covering these topics. Really great way to see how you can utilize your Power Platform products. So thank you all for attending as well as joining to present on these topics. Let's cover some resources. So these are new links that we would like to introduce to you. Some of these are different from the previous calls. We've got a new Power Platform community front door that was announced back at the Power Platform conference. So don't hesitate to take a look at it. It really rolls up a number of the Power Platform community sites that are something that you utilize in all areas of your community interactions. We also have a lot of Power Platform videos. You can get that at aka.ms/Power Platform videos. And all of the Power Platform communities are available there, as well as the Power Platform samples. So don't hesitate to take a look at some of these links. We'll have these links available in the chat just now, as well as in the blog post. So we invite you to start connecting and interacting with us. There are a number of other calls that are available. So we've got the Microsoft 365 platform call, which occurs on Tuesday. The adaptive cards one is just going to start rolling into that Tuesday call, actually. So you'll see that change next month. We've got identity platform, office add-ins, Power Platform, which you're on right now, and then our bi-weekly PNP calls with the M365 platform community, M365, and Power Platform development, along with Viva Connection and SharePoint Framework. You can see all of these at aka.ms/Power Platform/community-calls if you would like to join and get invites for any one of them. The recording will be available soon in the Microsoft 365 community YouTube channel, aka.ms/M365PNP/videos. Subscribe to that, as well as our Power Platform YouTube channel. Don't hesitate to subscribe to that. The link was on that last page. You can follow us on Twitter at Microsoft 365 Dev and at M365PNP. Our next call, December 21st, 2022 at 8 a.m. Pacific time. You can get the invite at aka.ms/Power Platform community call. and see all of the other calls at powerplatform/community-calls. Thank you, everyone, for being wonderful community members. Don't hesitate to stop being awesome. We appreciate everything you're doing. And again, another shout out to our presenters today. Thank you all. Have a great rest of your week and a wonderful weekend. Woo!